We live. Hey. So if you watch this later, I'm going to be working on my bad comment replying. So anyway, hey, how are you? How are you? It is Friday night and it is spring break. Y'all, I am so happy to be on spring break. I thought I saw a stutter. So let me clean that off. Hopefully I didn't. Hey Alicia. Hey Kelly. How are you? What you up to? What you up to? So it's spring break started. Whew. And I am happy. I got things I'm trying to do though. Oh yeah. Oh, you was about to shut yourself down? What just happened? Girl, cause you don't listen. You don't deal with these kids. So be happy. So that's the trade-off. Hey D'Angelo, the trade-off is that I got to deal with these kids. Hi, Hersons. So you need that spring break. Cause these little badass kids, you need some time off. Whew. You need the time off from these little badass kids. No, I need this one. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Whew. So my birthday's next week. My birthday is Thursday. I'm planning something. So look out for it because I'm going to schedule it. I got a plan. It doing. I'm not that special. I'm kind of like mad about my birthday. It's like, oh, okay. I'm happy that I'm here for it. Let me put that out. I am happy that I am here for it. But am I like, oh, I want to do something? No, not really. Did y'all see that video I posted up about the person talking about hey, about how to use up Bath and Body Works stuff? I was like, the code has been cracked for me. Thank you, child, because I need it. I was done this week, and it's bad because the end of the school year is okay. Mm. So, whew, I got a couple of things going on. I got a bump, so that's gonna be my last thing I'm working on. So I'm about to do two different things today because I got a bump. I don't believe it. I got a bump. Okay. So what we gonna do? I gotta do my skincare, do some with this head of mine, and just talk to y'all in chat. Maybe playing some fragrances. Oh, I do need to be decanting, but I ain't ready to do that today. It'll be sometime this weekend. I'll get the decants done. Ain't gonna happen today. So I have I've shown you all my new stuff, so we know what I got. Which new video y'all talking about? But okay, but let me get back to this man and he explaining it. First off, he said, bathe in your fragrance. So let me give y'all the highlights of it for me. He said, bathe in your fragrance. He said, spray it all over. Keep it with you. Spray it every 2 hours. Spray your room. Spray your closet. Spray, 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 spray. And spray again. So that's the first thing he said with the body mist. He says just spray them to death. He said candles. Candles. He was like, just burn them. Burn one in every room as soon as you get up. Just start burning them. Burn, 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 burn. Now the thing that got me was, which was always my thing about code cracking, was body wash and body cream. So let me tell you what this man said. Right? Not one dropper here, one dropper here, one dropper here, one dropper here. Um, right. So here he literally said, he said when he gets he got his, his little loofah spongy kind of thing, and I told you they had to be doing this. He was like, shh. He said literally, do I have one around here? I can do it with the body care though. He said, hi Rachel, haven't seen you in a while. He basically uses about a quarter of a bottle of body wash, maybe a fifth of a bottle. I'm gonna give him a fifth because maybe 4 or 5 days he can use up a thing of Bath and Body Works body wash. He was like, pour it in the middle, then do it around. He was just explaining how to get through and use up a lot. It was. Then he took a body cream. Your husband goes through one a week. I guess to say but see, that's the whole thing. I'm telling you, this is that empties culture that everybody trying to show that they can empty out some things. It's a thing. Hey Drea, happy Friday. It's a thing. Y'all, I mean, come on now. Then he said was scrub. He said scrub this part, scrub this part, scrub. He said he can go through a Bath and Body Works scrub in a week. Well, I guess maybe, but I guess, being a channel. And the thing is, I'm telling you, people are really into these empties. So it's like it has gone into hyperdrive, because it used to be, every once in a while somebody would do their empties and they have a few, they have some stuff, but everything. But now it's like people are trying to go into hyperdrive with it to prove how much stuff they're using up. I guess to justify their spending so they don't seem like they're hoarding. I'm going to go with that. I said, wow. That's what I'm saying. Because it's like every time, how do you go through and have a basket full of empties every fucking month? And then you're talking about fragrances every month. So you guys to be spraying the air. I keep saying that they spraying the fucking air. They're spraying it as they walk out the house. Honey, they be spraying it in their yard. Their yard be smelling good. And then he took the body cream. And let me give you the I'm sorry, Juicy. I didn't know you was back there, girl. Look, you ain't gotta move. Oh, you ain't moving. Okay, you like, bitch, you better move. Okay, she right behind me. Right? He said that you should, like when you do like using body care, you should use about this much of it every time. About this much. So you get 4 5 times. Right. Oh no, Drea. Honey, there's more than 10 in a video now. They going hard in these videos. There's somebody who has like about 20 that has about 20 empties. Now, of course, it's all kind of crazy ass empties, right? But he's like, when you do it, shh. I'm like, the shit ain't. My thing is this: how is it absorbed into your skin? So you walking around looking kind of, well, I guess he was pale. He was a pale person. It's like, because your skin gonna look white as hell, because all that shit cannot absorb into your skin. Cannot absorb into your skin. All right, we're going with this right now. Then we're gonna work on that little nasty ass bump. I was amazed. Right, when you be talking about your toothpaste. Right. Oh no, it ain't absorbing. Cause only so much can go in your skin. Right? And the thing is like we were saying, is that if you are wearing all this stuff, trying it out, how are you doing this? So how are you doing that? Oh, but that was his other thing. You gotta you gotta make sure that you use the same one every day. Because if you don't, then it'll take longer for you to empty. But that's how you empty. I mean, he cracked the code for me. He cracked the code for me, y'all. I was like, so I wasn't crazy because it had to be done like this. He cracked the code for me. And I feel vindicated because I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. So I got this bump that I got to get rid of. Right there. What, like I said, it's because I'm sorry. How do you the whole monthly empties is insane to me. I mean, it's just insane. But clearly, she's been using that a lot, right? Has she been using, trying out, talking about? So it's like, you know, but we talking, I should, we should go. I should have watched somebody so I had some numbers for y'all. Right? I'm like, mm-mm. Right? Because she's like, shh, 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 shh. And listen, even with the Perliers, I do, um, like 4 pumps. When I'm using my Perlier, my big ones. But maybe that's how. Wait a minute. And then he said, you probably won't need to use. This is hilarious. He said, you probably won't need to use a candle in your bathroom, though, because if you're using this type of. If you're using body cares like this, your bathroom's going to smell really good. Oh, okay. So, and I mean, I was like, oh, okay, so that's how we do it. So that's how they doing it, because it's like, they really, 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 really moisturized. That's why they fragrance can stay on. But I'm assuming a lot of them, okay, so a lot of them got to be doing this. Because there's absolutely no way a single person can be running through all this stuff that much. You take 2 showers a day. So you take a nighttime and a daytime shower. You're not using that much. Mm-mm. You take a shower every day, twice a day, for a month with the same body wash. You probably not even going to use, depending on the size. Cause okay, like an 8-ounce one, you're gonna be done with. I bet you she does, cause now she done found out how much that stuff. They have to be, because you can't be going through this much stuff as fast as they claim to be. I'm like, so what? How often are you putting on all this stuff? Because I'm like, so, and I would even say maybe if they're carrying this, like they're wearing this one day, this is part of their set, and they're gonna carry it and then put some on. But if you're putting it on during the day, you're pretty much only doing your hands. So the body cream shouldn't go that far then either. I done cracked the code, but it don't make no sense. Empty's video. Well, I don't know. You okay? Don't say Kayali Pistachio. Just say Kayali new release video, because it happens every time she releases something. Everybody run to buy it and act like, oh my god, I've got to have the Kayali. Oh my god, I gotta have the Kayali. The Kayali, the Kayali. They be out here like it's the second coming of the Lord. Jesus. Ooh. They're saying this get away from windows, honey. They're talking about, oh shit, let me look at this. They're talking about 90-mile-an-hour winds are about to come through Chicago. What the fuck? Hopefully it won't. They said until 9 p.m. Hopefully. Let me see what's going on here. So it's supposed to start thunderstorming. Thunderstorms possible around 9:40. Right. Okay. I think what's happening is, as she comes out with more, and now it's really becoming more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like been a snowball effect. Because when she first came out, it was, it was like, okay, Ali, a few people were talking about her. But as she gains popularity, and remember, they know how to work the whole PR system, the whole beauty influencer system, because that's where they come from, who'd have been doing it. Then they gonna work this like a $2 hole. And so, and then, and all these influencers have bought into it, like, oh my god, I've got the kill, which then has fed into the hype for everybody else, because it's all about the views. And so everybody's rushing so they can get that view. Clearly I didn't rush because I didn't get the views. Clearly I did not rush because I ain't got the views. Okay. I still ain't got it. Hell, I ain't got the last 3. I didn't get the cherry one. I ain't got the for sugar patchouli something whatever, and I ain't got this one. Oh, how are you doing, Alicia? You okay? Well, clearly, because you're here. Because if I see one more person talk about their spring fragrances, and they pull out that Eden Juicy Apple and say, well, it's like a body mist, why the fuck are you talking about it? I'm a scream. But they're looking for, that brand recognition, because Kayali does, Mona's team, right? And Mona's team is, really good about watching social media and responding. So listen, as a small influencer, people get hyped up. Oh my god, the brand is noticing me. So I'm good over here. I am good without it. And I ain't gonna get the next one because it's only March. I predict she'll have something else out by June. I predict she's gonna have her next one is going to be salty. It's gonna be like a salty coconut for the summertime. But I'm sensing salt is probably gonna be it because she ain't got a salty one yet. So it's gonna be more aquatic. So it's gonna be like a salty aquatic, fresh one. She's gonna do more because I know she got her best, but she's gonna do a beachy one. Yep, that's coming. I say by June at the latest. Yeah, she's becoming the color pop. She's becoming the color pop of fragrance. She's becoming the color pop of fragrance. And I stopped buying color pop a while ago too. Yeah, because the shit coming out too fast. Because this is her second, because she had that burning cherry whatever in the toward the end of last year, and she's had two. And was that sugar patchouli bullshit? I don't know. They just keep coming out. I done lost track of them because I feel like if you are, and I mean I guess because like can we just say Marc Jacobs, they come out with a days. They come out with 6, 7 daisies every year. Daisy did a flip. Daisy did a flip. Oh, fresh. Daisy did a flip. Um, Daisy did a flip with her arms. Daisy did a flip on a trampoline. You know, so I guess why not? Daisy Sky, Daisy Lucy in the sky with diamonds, Daisy Sky Hawk, Daisy Sky Fall, Daisy. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. So I guess they like shit. Marc Jacobs does it every year. No, Daisy. He be coming out with like 3 or 4 daisies in the spring. Right, and then you gotta do the intense versions. Now that when she's getting when they running out of things to do, that's when she gonna start the intense versions. We're gonna see. Well, no, cause like her sugared patchouli, whatever. That's supposed to be like her more intense version of Vanilla 28. So there's gonna be one for Cherry Burst, and there's gonna be one for this, almost a pistachio. When you feel like a nut, but really not. Call it pistachio yummy. Okay. Mm-mm. Nope. These, but it is like getting so annoying. I'm like, between the empties and the Kayali videos, you might as well just get off YouTube. Just stay on my channel. Just stay on my channel. Cause I'm starting making a point not to get her shit, just because. I'm just starting to make it a point. I'll be like, no, I'm not gonna get it. Because you talk about a hype train. The hype train is, but once again, I ain't mad at her because she making her coins. Go make your coins, girl. But I'm just irritated with the people who are doing it. I'm like, do y'all see how stupid y'all look? And can we get, speaking of that, speaking of that, if I see one more person post up about their Sephora squad, and could you please do a testimonial for them? I'm like, oh Lord, you know what? Sephora squad season is starting to feel like McRib season to me. It's starting to feel like that McRib season when every year you go, Again? You be like, people eat this shit? That's what I feel like every time I see the Sephora squad come up. I'm like, again? People really fall for this shit? Oh, you ain't. There's not a whole lot of videos. They're just posting, like, they're just doing posts. And they're over on Instagram, right? Hey, I'm on the Sephora squad. I'm applying for Sephora. Can you please give me a testimonial? I'm telling you, it's like the McRib. You go, why is this back again? I'm telling you, it's the McRib of beauty. I skip through everybody's videos. I ain't gonna lie. I skip through everybody's stuff. Ooh, that water, them rain starting to come down, y'all. Yeah, that rain trying to come down. That's the rain that you be like, I'm not leaving my house. I won't be out here in Noah's Ark. But yeah, so it's like, because everybody posting up, I'm trying out for the Sephora squad. Tati still making videos. I forgot she came back. I forgot about her. I forgot about old Tati. Tati made me money. You know what? I have a soft spot for Tati. Because if it wasn't for Tati and her magic beans, I wouldn't have a real channel. If it wasn't for Tati and her magic beans, I would not have a real channel. Girl, I'm telling you, it's the McRib of beauty. Because it's like stupid every time you see it, you go, damn, we doing this shit again? So I had my hair out today, and it was just getting bigger and bigger. It was ridiculous. I looked a hot mess. I looked a hot mess, y'all. No lie. My hair was, it's like all over the place. So we're going to try to detangle it. Because I don't really. Right, Tracy? Honey, that is what got me going. Tati was great. Tati, Jacqueline Hill, and Marlena were great for my channel. Because they really did help me. Because I didn't have hardly any viewers. And I talked about old Tati and them little magic beans she had out. That was that was my second live stream. Was talking about Tati and them damn magic beans. And James Charles helped me too. We talked about Jeffree Star. He talked about everybody. We used to watch the Jacqueline Hill videos and talk about her. Woo, got through it. Thank goodness. Right. Used to talk about old crazy ass Rich Lux. can't believe them drama channels are still around though. I'm like, goodness. People still care. I felt like after 2020, didn't nobody give a damn about this stupid drama. But they really don't have as much drama that they used to. You know, now that Jeffrey started to move to Iowa, where's he at? Montana, whatever the fuck he at. And he done grew back his eyebrows. You know, and all that drama done gone away. Whatever happened to Shane Dawson? Is Shane Dawson still around? Remember when he decided he was gonna be a beauty guru? The fuck? But the killer part was that these dumb motherfuckers was buying that shit. Remember then Tati? Wait a minute, then Tati was like, these are terrible people. The beauty mafia is after me. Is she still with James? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was talking about they was coming after her. That's why she went silent for so long. Yep. It was all crazy. I must say, they did make for quite some entertaining moments. What she got scared about was her money. She had went a little too far. Remember when she was in her feelings about James Charles and her magic beans? I thought Rylan was his boyfriend. Whew, can I get some? This stuff is terrible. Hi, Birdie. Oh, Juicy, Justice Smollett. It was so interesting, Jussie Smollett, when it was all happening, right? Because, you know, and what I love was the black community and how stupid we are sometimes. Because there were all these people, you know, they're coming for Jussie, and people just not believing him, and we should be supporting Jussie and everything. And then the people in Chicago was like, that's a motherfucking lie. I mean, as soon as as soon as I heard the story, I was like, this Negro lying like motherfucker. I don't know why he lying, but he is lying. As a Chicagoan, we immediately knew Jussie Smollett was lying. We knew he was lying. Because a friend, somebody I know out of state was like, and what happened with Jussie Smollett? And what happened? And why are people treating him like this? I said, let me tell you something. I'm from Chicago. That shit was impossible to happen. The whole story was stupid, and everybody from Chicago knew it. We was like, Jussie lying. That Negro is lying. I did videos on his live streams on his ass too, because he was lying. Listen, let me tell you why me as a Chicagoan knew the motherfucker was lying from this time I heard the first story. Let me tell you why we knew this. This why. Let me give you the things that he said that as a Chicagoan, I knew that motherfucker was lying. Before anybody said he was lying, I knew he was lying, and many Chicagoans knew. So let me tell you why. Let me give you the points. Hey, Courtney, why we knew he was lying. Point number one. Now, remember the story was he walked over the subway to get him a Subway at 2 a.m. and these men was, attacked him, blah, 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 right? Okay, so that was the story. Let's talk about what was wrong with the story from the giddy up, from a Chicagoan's point of view. Hey, Valencia, the day this happened, it was cold as fuck in Chicago. Chicago was in a straight cold snap. In the middle of the night, it's about -2. It was about -2. -2. -2 degrees. That's number one. Now, that's number one. Number two, where he said he walked is called Lower Wacker Drive, right? Lower Wacker Drive. So let me tell you what Lower Wacker Drive is here in Chicago. Lower Wacker Drive is exactly what it says. It's underneath the city. There's a Wacker Drive, Upper Wacker, and Lower Wacker. So he was saying he was walking through, right? That he was walking on low. Listen, in the daytime, your ass barely walked through there. 2 a.m., you're not gonna be walking through there. That's number two, because I've walked on Lower Wacker Drive just a few blocks trying to get to my train. That shit was creepy in the motherfucking daytime. Listen, no one walks on no fucking Lower Wacker Drive, especially at 2 a.m. by themselves. Like, oh, I'm hungry. Your name Jesse Smollett. You not right. Underneath -2 at 2 a.m. Okay? And then to say that these guys were just sitting around waiting to jump on you. Negro, it was -2. Ain't nobody. Right, random Trumpers just waiting around with MAGA hats on to jump on him. It was the stupidest damn story ever. And I'm like, you could tell you on Empire because you thought that shit was going to fly. See, that sounds like some shit that they would have on Empire. And he thought it was going to fly. See, what he should have tried to do is transition into being a writer on the damn show. Because his ass was on some bullshit with some stupendously stupid shit. Because I'm telling you, everybody here in Chicago was like, he lying. Before it even came out, he was lying. We all knew he was lying. The police knew he was lying. Everybody knew he was lying. They're like, what? You're where? At what time of night? I mean, if nothing else, he would have taken an Uber over there. If he just really wanted to get some food and Uber Eats wasn't available. But ain't no way. Ain't no way he was going to be doing that. Ain't no way he was going to have his ass out there. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And then just people just standing outside at 2 a.m. in -2 degrees weather, waiting to hopefully attack somebody. That's a lot of hope. That's a lot of hope in your life. Because you got a lot of hope. Because you hoping that this motherfucker going to show up. Hey, Faith. That's a lot of hope in your life. That's why the shit was hilarious. And so when people be like, the black community, yeah, we just bring down the brother. Bring down the brother. It was like, okay. I mean, he got to come with a better storyline than this. Did he say he was the gay Tupac? You kidding me? What exactly? Tupac should have came from wherever he was and came and slapped him for that shit. Man, you ain't nothing like me. Tupac was probably looking down or looking up or wherever Tupac is at right now. Or wherever he is. Hey, Anisha, going, did that Negro say that shit? He was like, did this Negro say that shit? Now, see, we going to have to get his ass together. We just gonna have to get him together. Cause he ain't gonna use my name in vain. You using the Pox name in vain. Yeah, yeah. He held on to it. He refused to say. He refused to give that story up. He was like, "This is my story," and as you should. If you're gonna tell a story, you should stick to that. You should stick to your story, cause he stuck to that shit like glue, like gum to your shoe, like gum to your hand when you accidentally put your hand in it. He stuck to that story. Right, I'm a firm believer in you stick to your lies. That's why these young kids can't lie good because they can't stick to the lie. They tell it too much, and they may have physical evidence. I lived my whole entire 20s on the wasn't me system of living. Was that you? Hell no, that wasn't me. Hell no, that wasn't me. Right, right. He had the new song because you just waiting to be seen with this new song. My whole entire teenage years and my 20s was based on plausible deniability. These kids don't understand that. I live by plausible deniability. With no fucking pictures or nothing I did. You know, they go in one spot and they gonna take 15 pictures. Mm-mm. Shit. Uh-uh. We did a recap of the good old years when Tati was queen, right, honey? I live by plausible deniability. That's why I tell people I didn't write shit. I didn't take no pictures. That's why there's not a lot. Unless I tell the story, hey, nobody can tell stories about my black ass back then, cause I ain't tell shit. I did not. You you wasn't gonna get it on tape. I wasn't telling my stories on the phone. I didn't trust no. I trust nobody. Back when I was young. Fuck you. I remember. I remember I was like 13. I think I was. Yeah, it was like 8th grade. And these girls were talking about, what if your boy, what if he does this? What if the boy you dating do this? And I'ma cry and I'll be all upset. You know, we was having this little girl talk at the pool. I remember we was at this little pool. This man heard me. Nah, my shit is, if you got a picture of me, you damn straight I'll let you take it. But hi Margot, hey cousin. Ooh, my hair is just really tangled up. Let's get this comb going through it. Shit. Mm-mm. This was the kid who, I ain't write down shit. So I'm 13. I told him, I said, honey, I said, he ain't gonna see me cry. I said, I might go home and cry, but he will never see, but ain't nobody gonna see me crying over there. At 13, hell no. Because I had to tell this one girl in my school, she be running around with her little lip poked out because of some little boy. I said, girl, if you don't stop. Well, I've done some things on strangers' cars. Thank God there's no pictures of that. Things I've done on strangers' cars. Thank God there's no video. Shit. My ass should have been arrested. Shit. Like I said, ain't nobody got pictures of me, so they can't prove shit. But I did do. Bad is not the word, honey. I was just say I was a very adventurous soul when I was young. I was a very adventurous soul back in the day. That's why these young girls was asking me, "You going to the club for your birthday?" I said, "Girl, no." It's like, "You don't go to the club?" I said, "Baby girl, clubs are for the young, and I did it when I was young. Trust me, I don't need to go to a club now." I don't need to go to no damn clubs right now. I did that shit when I was supposed to. No, my old ass ain't gonna be sitting on no bar stool if I don't have to. No, ma'am. That shit's for the young and the good need. Cause these knees ain't for these knees don't like no bar stools. These knees be like, "Oh, you done lost your damn mind. You think we gonna dangle like this for 3 hours? Okay, let me blow up, and then make you have to hobble your ass up out of here." Shit, if they still security when I was there, hi Brenda. Um, if they still security, first off, I was too young. Shit, they ass should be on. If they still in the club, they asses they should have put some money away for their retirement years, cause they asses should be retired by now. Whew, whew, my head. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Thank God there's no internet proof of who I was back then. I mean, I've told the story about quite a few things, but can anybody prove my stories? Anybody got any video, visual record of it? Nope. Nope. We've kept it that way. And we gonna keep it that way. Because I believe that and even when I'm, well, and that was the 90s. That was pre-Meg the Stallion. Um, it doesn't matter now, but I still prefer to have it where you can't even tell. You know, the only people who need to know are the people who need to know. Because we live in a world that, folks always want to put their shit out and then be like upset when people know they shit. You have all the people who always, so, because have y'all seen this thing that's going on TikTok? I'm like, God damn. Okay, so have y'all been seeing these things where people are telling like the most sad shit about themselves? I'm like, really? Well, my kids know I wasn't home. I tell everybody no. Shit. My kids remember me going out when they were young in the 90s. And Bianca tell you when they got to be teenagers, I might come home and be like, I'm fucked up. Cause I mean, I have literally been seeing shit like, where they talking about and the ones where they talking about the last moments where they saw somebody that's dead now. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, are y'all serious? Y'all really feel this need to talk about this shit and put this out here? I'm like, what? Okay, I just ripped that out of my hair. I'm looking at this shit like, good Lord. Oh. Or then the ones where they talking about the heartache and shit. where it's like, they broke my heart. They left me with children, and I'll be like, damn. The overshare, the overshare is insane on there. Cause it's like this whole thing where it's some music or something, and uh they put down all this information about what happened and everything, especially the one about, either their heart was broken, or somebody died. I'd be like, damn, the fuck. Oh, hey, no thank you. No thank you. I'm good. I'm really good. I can pass on this. Thank you. Well, the people in the comments are going to be those ones who's going to, like, I won't even read the comments, to be quite honest. I'm like, this shit is it's too much. Because when I really started noticing, I said, wow, this is like, oh my God. I don't, that's what I'm saying, because they're usually really quick. So it's not like they do a whole story time. It's like less than 30 seconds. And so I said, so a couple of times, wait a minute, it took me a couple of times to figure out they were talking about somebody dead. My dumb ass was like, what are they talking? Why are they talking about this person like that? They was like, oh, because then I listened to the song. I was like, oh, they talking about somebody dead. And so, since I've seen a few of them, the shit gonna keep popping up. So now they keep popping up, but I'm like, really? Because then I had to like really listen to the song and get all these. They're talking about. I'm thinking like they're talking about that last month. They was like, oh no 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 no. They're talking about these people. Is dead. Or like that one that I did with it's like one kiss is all it takes. I thought that was funny and cute, right? Girl, we all over the place. And so I was like looking at it, and hair is just. But I've seen some of them. Okay, so I've seen a lot of them where they do these things where they're like, okay, this is what I look like when I went to Atlanta, and then it's like now this is me basically like I done stepped it up, where they've changed and now they looking all, hot and sexy and stuff, right? Okay, cool. Then I've been seeing some that doing the opposite. Like, thought we was gonna be in love and be together forever. Right? Yeah, those two. Those are cute too. But then I've seen some where they like then they'll be like, left me as a single mama. What? What? I'll be like, oh hell, y'all done messed up the whole vibe. The whole vibe supposed to be that I had first saw those things was kind of cute, funny. People talking about how they done got looking good and everything, or whatever. Like I done seen some where it's like you said, from man to woman. I've seen some that have gone full stud and looking quite delightful. Where they was doing their little girly looking and show. Now this is who I am now. Okay, okay. But then you got the ones in the genre who want to tell some tragic story, and I'm like, goodness. How about leave that tragedy alone? Because here's the thing about that, and this is real. Yeah. Here's what I'm gonna say about that, and this is a for real statement. And some people gonna get in their feelings about it. But here's the thing. And I'm about to get deep on y'all, so let me sit here and get it out. Okay. As I always say, grief is a solitary journey. It really is. Your grief is a solitary journey. Now, when somebody close to you dies, that's, in the first moments, people are going to be around you. They're going to be like really helpful and all in your, there for you. However, that's temporary because they're going back to their life. And then you have to deal with your grief. And grief is a solitary journey. Grief is about dealing with your feelings, the loss, all those things, the memories, and your grief never goes away. If this is someone who is important to you, your grief changes. Sometimes it's sometimes it's, it saddens you more. Sometimes you go long periods where it doesn't bother you, but your grief is your solitary journey. People ain't here to hold your hand and make sure you're okay. They did what they did in the beginning because that's what we are taught to do. And that's when, people like, this is such a tragedy in this moment, so we here for you, right? So so they're there for you then, but then they go back to their lives. Hi, Chantel. They go back to their lives. I feel like the people who do these things and just hold on to it and just feel this need to tell you about it and do this, are still grieving, and they're still looking for that moment when everybody was giving them all this attention. I'm just being honest. You know, it's one thing if every once in a while you tell somebody or you talk about things about your loved ones. But when you keep doing this, that means you still processing your grief, and you're still looking for um and you're still looking for the attention and the and that solace from other people, when you have to find it within yourself, when you have to figure it out for yourself. And that is the truth of it. And so I feel like a lot of these people are still dealing with a lot of grief, and they want that public outcry that they got in the beginning of, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They're still looking for it, and they still need it. And that's sort of not healthy. I'm going to say sort of because I'm not here to judge nobody. But I'm saying it's sort of not healthy. It's one thing to talk about your loved ones on their birthdays or the anniversary of their death, because that shit will fuck with you. And it might have you in your feelings. But to constantly talk about it means that you need to go into counseling and work through your grief, because you're looking for the outside world to comfort you. You're looking for, and that ain't it. That ain't it. I mean, like, I have told stories, not necessarily in reference to my parents, but like dreams I've had about them and the significance of it, But it wasn't for that purpose. I was talking about it. And like, for instance, when I was hitting the 30-year anniversary of my father's death, for some reason, somehow somebody was talking about the years, and it triggered something in me. And I was fucked up for months. But I wasn't telling everybody about it. I was crying all the time. I would wake up and I'm crying about it. You know what I'm saying? But that was my personal grief that I had to deal with. But I understood that. I didn't sit up here. And now what I did do is I did write something about it. It was a very small piece, but that was the way I was feeling at the time. Now, did I make it like this huge thing? Absolutely not. But it did help me through it, by just, and one day if I find it, I'll let you all see it. I should have seen it recently, but I probably wasn't looking because it's that time of year and I wasn't looking. You know what I'm saying? So I understood that about me at that time, what I was going through. And it was like I was reliving that initial period of grief I had for my father, because it was like it occurred to me at that moment that he had been gone a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? He had been gone for 30 years. And so that was longer than I had known him, that he was on this earth. So it really fucked with me for a minute. It was really traumatic for me personally, but I didn't put that out there. People didn't know how much it was bothering me. It was something that I was dealing with. I didn't tell my kids or anything like that because it was my grief. And people can't, and no one, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't expect anybody to understand what I was going through 30 years um later, you know but I understand. I understood that then. It was 30 years later, and it was fucking with me. But now, shit, I'm going on 40 years now, and for some reason, it was just a trigger, right? But that was that. But this constant need to like put stuff out is like, I'm gonna need you to, and this is saying in all, um, and I'm saying this in all sincerity. I want those people to get through it and maybe talk to somebody, because what they're looking for is the people around them to keep giving them that comfort, and they ain't gonna do it. Because I've known the people like that. Ain't nobody around now. They not gonna be around. If you wait for these people to be like holding your hand, they're not gonna be around because they've now gone back to their lives. But folks don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that part, but because it's like, because the one thing I ain't trying to do is relive that day as much as possible. It's like I said, I get people, people saying stuff on the anniversary of things, but when you just randomly and you just putting it out there and putting it out there and putting it out there, it's like, right. Exactly. And that's the way it is, and that's the way you're gonna feel. And because that's your grief and the way you and that journey you're gonna take. And like I said, I've been living with grief with my parents for decades now. And I can tell anybody, I will tell anybody that that grief doesn't go away. It will change, it will minimize at times, and then sometimes it's gonna maximize. But it is something that you have to deal with. And it's everybody's personal journey. And so often so many people be looking for everybody around them to hold them up. That's not gonna happen. And I hate to tell people that, but it's like, that is the truth of it. It's just not gonna happen. And if people and some people let go of those expectations, they would start to heal. If you stop, yes, and right, it starts to look performative. It starts to look like attention seeking. It starts to look like many things, and it really is your grief. But understand, you're not going to get the reaction that you're looking for, because a lot of times that's what they're looking for, right? But you know what I'm saying? It's like they're looking for a specific reaction, and then upset with people when they're not giving it. And that's and that's just, let's segue this into the expectations people have of others. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has these expectations of others, like, because we expect that their expectation is for them to react the way we think that you would, or that they should. And that's a problem that we as humans have. Honey, I ain't got no expectations of motherfuckers. So if I'm always pleasantly surprised, and I appreciate when people do things for me or whatever, because I have no expectations. And I was telling somebody this, and I try to tell, people this. When it comes down to friendships, and if you don't grow up and understand this, you will always be hurt and all in your feelings about friends. The fact is that everybody is who they are, and you have to learn either to accept them or don't fuck with them. That's life. And in accepting somebody, that means you accept who they are and how they move in this world. You can't be expecting everybody to move like you, or you're gonna be in your feelings and pissed off all the time. I have friends that I know ain't gonna be around for this, and the other. But when I need them, I know that I can, I can guarantee they will be here if I need them. Now we might not be together all the time. We might not talk all the time, but our relationship is still there. And so often, people be looking for, and then I have friends that I have no expectations of them to be there because that's not who they are. Right? But you know what I'm saying? But I understand the people that I can turn to and the people that I can't, because that's just the way it is. And you should be adult enough to understand that and not be mad at somebody. Like, people be mad at people because they didn't do this. Well, that they know. They know that's not you. And here's the other thing that people do, and stop. People need to stop doing things um with the expectation of it being a quid pro quo, right? A quid pro quo. Because the fact is if people, like, if I've done things for somebody, I don't expect them, they ain't even got to thank me, really. That if I just did it to help or whatever, however or whatever we do. But so many people go into doing things with the expectation that people gonna do shit back for them, and they're mad when they don't. You cannot tell anybody what to do. You can hope they might do it, but they don't have to do it just because you did something, because that was your choice. Their choice is, I ain't got time for it, I'm doing this, or it's not. And so many people get their feelings hurt, get mad, get angry, and all these other things, because their expectation is, I did this for you, so you should do this for me, and how dare you not? And then all upset because people do not move like that all the time. You gotta know your people. You gotta know your people. Because I'll be real with y'all, I am not the best friend. Not all the time. You know? And somebody said, and of course people say this all the time, people are so quick to say what you're not doing for them, not knowing what's going on in your life. Maybe you just ain't talking about it. Because... Right. I was about to do something. Because it's too often, people be like waiting for somebody to do something. How do you know that you don't know what they're going through? They might be on some struggle that they ain't talking about. Because some of us get quiet when we struggling. I don't. But then I'll be like, oh shit, 2 days later. And that is the truth. Hell, because you know why? Half the time my damn phone is on silent. Sometimes I don't answer my phone because I don't even know where my phone is. Sometimes. That's why I be telling people, y'all better text me. I've been like that for years. I tried. I've been like that for years. I tend to put my phone on silent a lot, and then I misplace it. Oh, about 10 years ago, I didn't have a phone for 2 weeks because I could not find that bitch. Because I had put it on silent, and it had slid in between a couch, and I just could not find it. So I've been trying to do better about not having my phone on silent, because I done lost the phone in here about 3 times already. Right. I am. Yeah. But I'm a reach out, and we can have those moments. But but the thing is that real honestly, um, as an adult, we be living, and sometimes you just don't have the time to talk to people, but you still care. Like I said, I got a friend and we've been knowing each other since we were 12 years old. We don't talk that often. We talk a little bit more now. We've gone a whole year without talking to each other, and they'll be like, "Hey, girl, how you doing?" Because that's our friendship now. She's got her friends, and I have my life over here, and then we come together here and there. And that's that. And it's okay. But so often people, so many people expect those friendships like they were when we were young. Because when you young, preteen, teenager, y'all on the phone all the time, y'all hanging out all the time. That's what friendships were. But with life, friendships change and become and evolve. And our friendships can be very close for a time and then get a little distant and then become close again for a while and become distant, or just be distant and close every here and there. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the thing that life is about. That doesn't mean people aren't your friends. You still don't have those connections. It might not be the same connection. It might not be as close, as close on a regular, right? But y'all are still friends because you do have this history and things like that. And once you get to the point where you understand that, you do better and your friendships are more meaningful, right? Right, your friendships become more meaningful because you all are on an adult and mature level. One day I'm gonna do like a live stream and actually have a plan, and then say I'm gonna talk about some shit like this. Right. I got a whole friend that ain't never been to her new house, and we text each other here and there, and I'm like, and it's okay. Have y'all been seeing these people who be, well, it ain't us, the ones who be doing these little haircuts and barely, and you be like, right, listen, y'all know life be life and shit. I wasn't even on here for 3 weeks. I didn't even notice it was that long until I actually looked at it, because life be life in you. I've been trying to drink. Listen, y'all, listen to this story so y'all can have a laugh with me. So, I have been trying to get more coconut oil in my life, healthy fats. So, hey Coco, I've been putting coconut oil in my first morning water with my lemon, my warm lemon water with a little coconut. What's up, JC? Well, some of it didn't get drunk and it's solidified. So if you see me chewing on something as I'm drinking, it's because I'm getting pieces of coconut oil in my mouth. Oh yeah, I know that does. I know it does. Because this water is kind of cold. Because I was like, I'm just saying, I'm eating coconut oil. I tried to drink it, it didn't go down. But see, I don't eat avocado and things like that, so I don't get a lot of healthy fats. So this is my way of getting some healthy fats in my world. I'm just trying to get some healthy fats in me. That's all. So I'm not, eating it for some, I'm not doing it for any other reason than that. I mean, we put coconut oil and everything. Why can't I just eat it? I need to get my hair trimmed. But I'm scared to go get it trimmed because, I go get it. I don't eat eggs. See, that's the thing. I don't eat eggs. I don't eat avocado. Some of the more, healthy fats. Just be like, no. No, I eat avocado, right? I eat avocado and it made me sick. Bianca throws up violently from avocado. Like, I get sick. And it's like, I will be extremely nauseous. Like, almost to the point where I feel like I'm going to throw up, but I don't throw up, which is even worse. Because at least when Bianca does it, she throws up and she's okay. I will be sitting around sick. Coconut oil with honey. I will be sitting around sick for ever. Girl, I can't mess with that mess. Girl, I'll be knocked the fuck out. I'd be. So yeah. Listen. I'd be knocked out. She does make it for people though. But yeah, so no, that's why I don't eat it. That's why I don't eat that's why I can't eat avocado. Cause it's like it's like lasts for hours until it's out of my system. So I'll be sitting up there like feeling like I'm about to have diarrhea. And this is just TMI. I'm about to throw up, but I can't. And so it's just like this horrible feeling in my stomach for hours until it runs its course. Because there's no way to get it out. Black Kenny G. Right? Yeah, so how you so that's what. But yes, I have started spring break. I got a week off, and are y'all ready for this? And you know what's even better? The daycare is not on spring break. So guess what them babies is gonna be every morning? We dropping them off every morning. They going, yes. I got things to do. I'm cleaning up this room. I got some things I just ordered for the room. I want to order a cute little rug, but I'm trying to decide. I'm trying to decide on that. Just so I'm trying to. Yeah, somebody say because it's my birthday Thursday. Um, I got to get the window fixed, Birdie. Thank you for saying that. So yeah, I'm planning on working in here, straightening it up. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like right here, because this is the part that looks bad. I'm gonna straighten up all this, and I want to do some things in here so I can finally show the room, so I can finally film how the room looks. Because I just wasn't like, no, it's not perfect, no, it's not done. So I'm gonna take care of all of that. I've got all kind of stuff coming, the walls and everything. So that's what I'm working on. And well, you know what? Here's why. Because I have to reorganize. I have to reorganize those shelves back there. Because see the way this is now, y'all can see all of these motherfuckers. I don't know where to put them. Oh, and I'm supposed to be going to see my brother to go get a new tattoo done. I just noticed my tattoos. Wednesday, I'm supposed to be getting a new tattoo. That's my birthday present. So I got to go see my brother. Yeah, so I got to do that. So yeah, these are pretty much all the stuff I've got since the beginning of the year. Pretty much all of it. Oh, and then back there. I'm either getting a tree of life or a phoenix. I haven't decided which one yet. So I think it's gonna be a tree of life on this side, right there. Um, or I might, because this side, and I gotta remind my brother this was his plan for it. This side is supposed to have, I think, one more. I think we're gonna do one or two more on this side, and then he's gonna make it look like a cuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna see what he. I don't have Chakuta. I have Mirabelle, and Mirabelle is really gorgeous. It's a really milky lactonic vanilla. So yeah, I gotta talk to him about that, because then I need to figure out what symbols I want to put and which one. How many we do, and then he said he was gonna make it like look like a. If we ever finish it, then he was gonna make. And I gotta do this soon before his ass retires, because my brother is going to be retiring soon from tattooing. So I gotta see when he's gonna, how much longer I got. Yeah, so I gotta see how much longer I have before he retires, because he's been doing tattoos for about 30 years, and his hands are, you know, giving out. So he's doing a lot more art, more a different type of thing. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I go look on your page. Because my brother also, he rebuilds vintage cars. Oh, Incredible Hulk! I'm sure it's so cute. I can see that though, because Garrick a big boy. Garrick is a big boy. Um, he restores vintage cars and sells them, and he builds choppers, motorcycle choppers. So he does that too. So those are the other things he does to make extra money and put it away. I'm not sure, but my brother might be back with my ex sister in law. They are the strangest little couple, non couple ever. Yeah, he does a lot of like 50s and 60s cars. He rebuilds them, and he kits them up and everything, and then he sells them. I no, listen. I still Sometimes they around each other, then sometimes they ain't. Sometimes she dating somebody, then sometimes she. Oh, I'm gonna look for them. Then sometimes she ain't. But then they all up on each other sometimes, and he can't stand her. But my brother did the coldest. I said, this Negro here, what Thanksgiving though? Let me tell you, my brother's ass. He went and had her at. Okay, so we all the family getting together. We all family, so she comes. We all there together. Why he sent her home? Why he sent her home, and why his girlfriend come about 20 minutes later? Or no, I give her 30 minutes. I was like, this Negro right here, he ain't shit. Because, the whole family's good. He sent his whole family home, but he don't live with them. But let me tell you something. I ain't mad. My sister-in-law got the best thing ever. Because my brother still pays her bills. He pays a lot of her bills. They have not been together since 2008 or 9. I think they got divorced right around there. But he paid her bills all these years because she had the kids. Ooh, that is nice. That's real nice. Those things, um, um, he kind of is, those things creep me out though, because it looks like a hole or whatever. Yeah. Because when they left, Skylar was still real young. And so, he's, but she openly dates now. It's not like she has to hide anything. If she's dating somebody, my brother knows. I don't know if she always knows who he's dating. Yeah, that stuff be creepy to me. And be like, ugh. So, it's not like they, hi Jane, it's not like they hide anything. Because she was talking, she was talking about some guy she was dating because she was dating some young boy. So they're very chill about it at this point. They ain't had nothing. They be off doing their own thing, and then they get back together and they fuck here and there. I guess I don't know. I don't ask no questions. She's my sister. Yeah, they really are still good friends. But they at moments they are like together, like they be like all up on each other. It's so hilarious. Cause I swear to God, it was like Christmas because like usually Christmas Eve, y'all know, usually Christmas Eve we all get together. So we all over there and they just all over each other and she's sitting on his lap and they're just like lovey dovey. I was like, oh, they're doing their thing. I swear to God, by the time I went over and got my tattoo, because I remember it was the year I got one of these tattoos. We all went to get tattoos on Super Bowl Sunday because wasn't nobody gonna be there, and he was talking shit about her. And when we left, me and B was like, "What just happened?" That was like a month ago. I was like, "Weren't they just?" I was like, "Never mind, never mind, never mind." He's like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I can't wait to say." I was like, "What?" Right? No, see, now they don't. Now they never hit. When he got, because my brother has his own house. Now the interesting thing is, I know he got keys to her house because he paid for it, and he used to for years. My brother used to go over there and cook. Now I don't think he does that as much now, but he used to cook a lot over there. He'd just go over there and cook dinner for everybody because she can't cook, so he would cook. He, but I know she didn't have keys to his house. But hell, it was his apartment, so I guess that's the way it worked. Cause I swear to y'all, listen how good her life is. She works in like a vintage clothing store. She don't own it. She works in it. And she can, so that tells you what her life is like. Because ain't no way your ass divorced from somebody and you can just work in this little vintage store. Cause I got shit to pay. I got shit to do. But I know she had no keys to his house. I, I'm like, all right, Nobby. I love you for. But I will say this, and I will always say this. I respect what my brother did because he made sure that his family was okay. He never denied. He wasn't one of those guys who was like, she want all this money from me. Never. He kept them in a nice apartment, made sure their bills was paid. She always had some money, but my sister-in-law has never made money. That my sister-in-law does not make enough to sustain a household. Has never done that. And my brother has maintained two households for years. So that I will always I respect my brother for that because that is something that a lot of men will never do and would complain just giving what they should give. My brother has never complained. He took care of his family. And and they literally have not lived in the same house in over a decade. I'm like for a minute he was there, right? He for a minute he was there, for something. He well it right because if she had somebody to help, of course, but no, but he still would have given a lot for them because that was his kids. So he would have. So even if she had somebody, he would have still taken care. And the way my brother was, he wouldn't even care if she had somebody. He would probably would if the guy was cool, he'd have been cool with him too. Because my brother is not that guy. He really isn't that person. Because I'm telling you, she dates all the time. We was at Thanksgiving, she was showing pictures of this little young boy she was going on coffee dates with. My brother was like, "You need to find somebody who can buy more than coffee." That was his whole thing, because I think he still feels like he like, honestly, I think my brother wishes she would get with somebody, because then that would take some of that burden off of him. Because I think my niece and nephew still live there. They grown, but they're still there, so he still feels the need to help out, because he's not going to let them not live. You know what I'm saying? So I think personally, and he said it, I wish you get somebody. So because then that would take some of that pressure. That would have taken some of the pressure off him. But why should she? She got a good thing. I can't be mad at her. She had 3 kids by him. So, hey. And it took me, it took a long time to really get to that space where I'm like, hey, that's wonderful, because as his little sister, of course, I had my moments on, that bitch need to go and get a job. She need to be doing this. She need to be doing that. But no, because it's not like my brother did it unwillingly. They broke up, but that was still his family. Those were still his kids, and they were still young. So he did not do this. It wasn't like she had taken to court. None of these things. He's always taking care of his family, because that's where his children were. And I cannot be mad at my brother for doing that. Now, and if her choice is to never really make money, that's on her. So I respect my brother for that, because he's a good father. He's a good provider for his family, even though they ain't together. I don't understand why they ain't, because it probably would have cost them a lot less. But they get on each other's nerves. That's why they can't stay. That's why they cool. They get right. That's how they can do it, because they get on. He be like, okay, she done got on my damn nerves, because he's told me that, and I'm like, yeah, that's why y'all do that shit. Because literally, a lot of times they're together on his birthday, and go to a hotel and everything. And the funny thing is that my niece and nephews, like, they're grown now, but they're fine with it, because they know how they are. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He keep his own. He got his own space. He ain't fucking with us. Yeah. And because it took me a long time to be like cool with her for some other shit that happened, but hey, we all family. And honestly, we are. And at this point, she's my, she my sister too. I done known her for over 30 years. Oh my God. They've been, she's been around. They've been together off and on for 30 years. Yeah, more than 30 years, because Lucian's 30. Yeah, they've been together for over 30 years. So, it works out for her. Because they always wind up together on his birthday. I'm sure they were together this year. Now they probably ain't talking now, because it's the end of March. His birthday was the beginning of March. So by now they probably ain't talking to each other, because matter. Right. Right. And that's probably, and those are the things that make me, as a woman, not tolerate certain things, because that's what I'm used to. You know what I'm saying? My father was legally blind and had a club foot, and he worked until he had to stop from with his cancer. I'm used to men that take care, that are providers. So when because we live in times now when even these grown old ass motherfuckers want to act like that's it's too much. So I'm like, whatever. But with all that being said, I don't even trip on it, because I know there's this one chick I know who be whining and complaining about how the state of her dating, right? Right? And I'm like, girl, let that shit go. We get it. You ain't dating. Ain't nobody out here today. Okay. Next thing, Next thing, and I'll be honest, it's not like I am against dating. It's just I ain't even. I have to be real about it. I can't date nobody because I don't do shit. I don't do anything where I'm gonna meet people, and I don't feel like doing it. You know, I don't feel like trying to go places where I'm gonna see people. I just ain't got the energy for it. And be like, yeah, 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 for whatever, right? And that's just being honest. I got my grandkids here. I got a house. I got a yard I'm gonna play in the summertime. I'm gonna go a few places and do things like that. But like going to like social things where it's a bunch of damn people standing around, I am over it. I've done it. And I think, and that's what I was telling B, like, because I went out for one of my friends, her birthday earlier in this month, right? And she's like, this, each other, and I love coming here for this. And like when we were leaving, I said, see, the difference is that when we were young, I was in the streets, right? But I was in the streets, kicking it. So now I just want to be chill. So going to like bars and shit, I'd be like ready to go in 20 minutes. I'd be like, okay, I've had enough of this shit. I've done it. I've given parties. I've had, you know, I've done all that. Between going to parties and giving parties and things like that over the years, I'm just like, I'm chill. I don't need it. And you know what? Dating is fun, but it's only fun in a situation with with a mature person. Um, it has to be with somebody with some maturity, because if you don't, it's so much now of people are really trying to get some kind of advantage, or feel like they're not being taken advantage of, or all these stipulations and shit, when I feel like you should just be having fun. And everybody is trying to get something instead of just being straight up with what they need or want. Everybody's trying to have these hidden agendas, because if you tell the truth, you might not get that person. And I find, and it's such a disingenuous way to be, but it's like, instead of saying, this is what I'm really looking for, this is what I would like, men do certain things and women do certain things. And then when they don't get what they want, then they wonder why. Well, because you weren't honest. You didn't say, like I always say, man, dude, if you just want to fuck somebody, just be honest. I'm not looking for a relationship. I just like a sexual relationship and maybe go out sometime. Now, by saying that, the onus of accepting that is on us as women. We either gonna say, nah, that ain't something I'm into, or right, and then, or something like that, right? Well, if you say it, right, then I have to either accept it or not. But see, so often people don't want to tell it because they might not get this person they want, and they want them right now, but they don't want them forever. Well, I want them right now. Then on the flip side, there are women who be like, okay, I'm cool with that, and then want to find, and then or male or female, and then they want to move it into a different direction, right? Oh, right. That's what I was about to say. And then men want to do a sexual relationship, but the actuality is that they want to own the pussy. See, they want to have a sexual. They don't want they don't want the relationship. They want to have the responsibility of a relationship, but they want the fun. But they don't want you going everywhere else and doing your thing. Because I promise you, I used to I used to deal with this when I was younger, because I'm like, oh, we on this level, because I used to have to tell men. I said, listen, I don't move, and that's me as a general. I've always told men this. I don't I don't decide anything. Unless we have a conversation about us going and taking it to another level, we're gonna date exclusively, right? Then we don't. So I'm gonna take it at the level that it is. And by doing that, we on the same level, right? And so the issue is here's the issue is that men want you to be like that because then that they feel like that frees them up. But what their real expectation is that you're going to start clinging to them because they don't want you moving around, right? They don't want you moving around because while they're doing but they don't want to be serious, but they want to lock the pussy down because they don't want that pussy going nowhere else. So they want you like that. But when they find out that you really are like, oh no, we ain't serious, and you're moving in the same exact way, that doesn't mean you having sex with people, but you definitely going out with other folks because we ain't serious, then that's when it becomes a problem. Because it's okay as long as it's on their terms. But when the terms are level, oh no. Right? And that is the problem on that end. Now, the women, on the other hand, do this. They accept those terms even when they don't want them, right? And that's true, JC, right there. That's very true. And that's true. Or we give up our body thinking it's going to get him to give up his freedom. That's what we do as women, because we think we about to put this shit on him and he gonna fall in love with us. But the problem is that too many women walk into those situations thinking that they gonna change this shit and everything, and that's what's gonna happen. But when men meet women like me who can stand on both sides of that, then they have a problem because I'm the anomaly. Because I have no expectations of a person. I accept you who you are, and I'm gonna keep it moving. And we can have some good times, and we can go out and date and everything. But if we don't have that conversation, I don't believe that we've moved any further. And the problem is, and I always tell women this, is that women move like their heart lies between their legs. If women would stop moving with their heart between their legs, they would be all right. Because the problem is, women see sex. We've been taught that a good girl, if you're having sex 3 or 4 times with a man, honey, then this got to be moving into a relationship. And so, and because we equate, right, we equate, so many women equate sex with intimacy with love, and that's the formula. See, sex is just sex to me. Sex is great. I love it. It can be profane. It can be carnal. It can be all of those things. But it's just sex to me. Those are not the things that put me in a relationship with somebody. I can fuck you and forget your ass by the next day. But what really creates a relationship is the other bonds, the emotional bonds, the mental bonds. Those are the things that create real relationships. The problem is that women do that. Right, right, right. You all, but not only you all are taught that intimacy is sex, but so are women. See, women don't understand true intimacy either. We get caught up, y'all. Listen, the shit be good. We be a sweating. It's all good, and y'all whisper some good shit, and we be yes, daddy, yes, and we all into it too. And we equate that intimacy in that moment with true intimacy. We do too. It ain't just men. We don't know what it is either. Most of us don't, because we equate sex with intimacy with love, because we don't know what it is either. See, you guys to be real intimate with my black ass. You Because I can fuck you. I mean shit. Sex is just like I always tell people, sex, every everything on this planet has some form of sex in order to procreate. Everything from ants to armadillos to man. So sex is a biological, physical urge. What elevates it, what elevates us, is the intellect. And so it takes that. So when those things are put together, then that's a true relationship. Shit, you can fuck anybody. To Unfortunately, not enough people understand that. And that's why. And so for men, the ownership comes from getting that pussy, and that's why they want to hold on to it. While the women, their ownership is coming from, I'm gonna give you this pussy, and you gonna fall in love with it, and then you gonna be my man, and you gonna want to be my man. No, they really don't. Let me just tell you this. Ultimately, all those intimacies are lining up for sexual intimacy. No, no, we're not that deep. Good night, Faith. We're not that deep. We talk deep. We ain't that deep. We're not that deep. I promise y'all, we're not that deep. I promise you, we're not. We can have all those things, but we don't see them as intimacy. We really don't. What we see them as is friendships and things like that. That's why women can have these friendships with men, because they don't feel that physical attraction. So therefore, they can have that spiritual intimacy. They can have those spiritual moments, because we equate intimacy with the sexual act and relationships. So we can vibe emotionally. And a lot of times we do with people, and the reason why we can do that is because we don't feel that attraction to them. And that's the truth. See, that's why so often there's that guy around women who is really nice, really, he like their best friend. That's the motherfucker they need to be with, but they don't feel no attraction to him. But they got emotional intimacy. They tell that person their whole entire life. They get on the phone crying and all kind of shit to that person. But because we are conditioned as women to take those men as weak, we think of men that we connect with emotionally, and they have emotional vulnerability and can connect with us on an emotional level. Most of the time we think they weak, and we don't fuck with them. Now ladies, did I lie? Did I lie? So I'm gonna give you the game on the other side. That's why everybody says, oh, women are always going for these bad boys. That's because we equate, right? We equate we equate intimacy with the act of sex. We do too. And our physical attraction drives our intimacy and belief that we're having an intimate moment. It really does. That's why so often we wind up with these fucked up men, because we have been, right, until we grow up also. That's why we have so many problems. right? But no, but I'm telling you, as a woman, this is how women think. And that's how we wind up with these fucked up men because they done laid that pipe on us, right? They done gave it to us and them shit was good and we've done it a few times and my back done arched and I done sweated and I done screamed and I done all those things a few times too many. And now I equate all of this feelings I have, those endorphins and serotonin, all those beautiful things that happen in the midst of an orgasm. We equate all that with falling in love. Now, the guy who we know that, we can talk to all the time, they're so funny. Usually we work with them. Usually they work with them. Nice guy, we talk to him all the time. He's our friend, we love him. We kick it with him all the time. He helps, we go shopping, and he doing all this shit because he trying to get you to see that because he really digging you, hoping that he gonna get to you. But and he just likes you as a person. He thinks you really connected with you, talking to you, all that shit. And we looking at homeboy over here who ain't shit because he's sexually attractive to us. Trust me on that. Trust me on that one. And then once the good guy becomes an asshole, then we like him. The Matthews effect. Because that's basically why Kevin Matthews was hitting on so many. Yep. Right, yeah. Turn to Kevin from work. But it's got to be a real Kevin. You got to know, you got to be able to, balance that because see, so often, then here we go. Let's flip it to the men. But then what y'all do is y'all get caught up in the looks, in the pussy, right? And wind up with some crazy, because y'all know y'all like some crazy pussy. And know she wrong for you. And them the ones y'all be falling for and giving your whole entire check to and just giving her everything and trying to please her in every possible way. And she's the biggest bitch ever and treats you like shit. And you take it. And then when she fucks around, dogs your ass out, leaves you for this loser on the street, then y'all hate every woman after her, and then y'all are a mess forever. Mess forever because you all are visual beings. So we give you the visual, but y'all like the crazy. Oh, not just the visual, but the crazy. Y'all like crazy broads. Y'all really do. Because the crazy ones, I know this guy that I sort of dated. And I was like, you, okay, I can. There was a woman who tried to end his career. Was telling people he had HIV. Was doing, I mean, just did all kind of shit to him. He didn't talk to her for a couple of years. She came back around. Oh, I miss you so much. Started fucking her again. I said, you was a dumb motherfucker. And that's when I said, well, you think with your little head. Because a lot of times, y'all don't think with your big head. Y'all think with the little head, too. So, I was like, you was an idiot. I said, so when she do some shit to you again, don't be surprised. And because I am a firm believer, hey, you show me who the fuck you are, I know who you are. I know who you are, and I'm good. You can stay over there and I'm gonna stay over here. I'm sure it did. I ain't asked no questions. I ain't, because I was like, you stupid. So, stupid people irritate me. So I'm like, never mind. Never mind. But yeah, you know, and then the opposite sex blames the other sex for all the stupid shit they did with people. Shut up. Stop talking like you. Stop. I'm gonna get you sucker, because that's what happened. I'm gonna get you sucker. But nah, but I'm just being honest. Those are the things that happen. Because it's so often that people, because everybody on social media want to talk about what everybody else needs to do, what everybody else needs to do to get it together. I'm not here to tell nobody what to do, because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. But what I do know is that we have to stop blaming the opposite sex for the shit that we doing. Because like I said this on a Facebook post, right? And honey, I blew these broads up. They were so mad at me. I was like, until we as women are willing to admit the stupid shit that we do and the fucked up shit that we do, we ain't never going to be ready for relationships. Because you got to be able to own up to your shit too. Because, men ain't shit. Men ain't shit. I say, men can't be that without other. Men can't be fucked up without a woman helping them to be fucked up. Because we quick to, that man nigga ain't shit. He ain't doing that. But what you doing? Oh, I'm about to put this on. Yeah. Right? Oh my God, this smells so good. So I got unspoken musk. Oh yeah, because so this is what I do, and I gotta put these in there. In order for me to remember my fragrance layering combinations, I take a picture of them every day. And I do a little video. I need to do these videos for them, these little mini videos. But I take a picture and then I do that. That reminds me what it was. Well, I never put up no disguise for anybody. You either like this or you don't. That was the old Lulu. No, it wasn't. It's me all the time. All right, y'all. It's 10 o'clock. I've been on here for 2 hours now. It is time for me to go and get off of here. Thank y'all for hanging with me. Thank you all for hanging with me. You know what? Honestly, I couldn't, because I never knew how to put it on when I was young. Yeah, see, I can't remember to type in shit, so it's just easy for me to take a picture of them. So I put them up there, and I take a picture of my combos. So y'all have a good night. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. It was good talking.